Hello, 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 welcome back. Let's go to the next insert page. And before I'm going to start, maybe it's a good idea to first think of a closure, because this is going to stand up and you don't want to woggle everything. Now, the beauty of these tags is that you can use these also for a closure. So I'm just going to grab some leftover pieces. And I'm gonna cut out, and I like to make all that. I want to make them longer. So yep, this is the way. So I'm just gonna end this like this, so I have it longer. And how long I don't know just yet, but for now I'm just gonna redraw. Just follow the lines. Then you have the shape you want. Here we go. See, and now I just can cut right along here. And then I just can cut this out, and then I have a beautiful shape to make a nice closure. You also can use this shape for making little pages or something, but just use what you have. If you don't have any die, then just use what you have. So yep. Alright, so I'm gonna make another one, and so you're gonna also find some decoration papers once I know which one, of course. So that's the first thing that we're gonna do. Easy peasy. There we go. You also can use these as little tabs, something like that. You can use this shape for everything you want. Alright, so that is my first step that I want. Alright, next, do you want it this way, or do you want it the opposite direction? I think this way is easier when this is going to, so this is in front of you. I think it's easier to put this on the right and the left and then see what's inside. So that's what I'm going to do. So first I like to know what the middle is. Just about here. Doesn't have to be precise, but I'm going to do the best we can. Alright, so I'm just going to make a mark where I want my fold line, and then I'm just gonna leave, so I just see that mark. So it's just a little millimeter that I like to still see, so they are not bumping into each other. Alright, now we're gonna score at that mark, but we're gonna score a 1/8 extra, so we have a little working space, and then you can just cut this down. Same on the other side. Score, and we score 1/8 extra, so we have some space. That's it. Alright, then you just can fold these fold lines. There we go, and that's it. So those are ready, and we're gonna wait just a little before I am gonna add some papers on, because I don't know exactly which one I want for those. Alright, but it's ready to use. Alright, next step. Okay guys, let's get started. So let's grab some paper because we're first going to make a big pocket. Okay, so what size do we want? Blah 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 blah. I have no clue. What size do we want? Be aware that, you see that? So if you will see this on camera, you will think it's one size, but this is the shorter one, of course. So that's what I'm going to measure. Let's make a 5-inch. That means that I'm going to cut my paper at 5.5. Needs to fold it out. Yep. I'm going to cut my paper at 5.5. And let's score the bottom. Oh, I hate actually that, so I'm not. So that means that I am gonna cut at 5. Yep, sorry, I don't want a hinge at the bottom. I hate it. So I'm not. So we're just gonna make a big pocket. I'm gonna score 1/2 inch on one side. And then bring this back, this we can save. Okay, score 1/2 inch and then just put it on one side, leave 1 millimeter away from the edges and then score at your mark and cut it shorter. Here we go. Easy peasy. Yep, this is easy. Okay, now I actually do like an incision on here. So this is going to be right here at the bottom. I think. I was thinking of using this one. Actually, I wanted to use it somehow. Then I actually needed to make it larger. Well, I'm just gonna find a way. I'm just gonna stick with my first plan. Alright, so well, you don't need an incision, not all the time. Oh, that's not necessary. Alright, so we're gonna glue it on. Always gotta call when I'm upstairs. Alright, where was I? Wow, that was a long phone call. Alright guys, what I said, I am gonna glue down the pocket. And I hope I don't regret that I don't make a notch, but fingers crossed that I don't. Alright, glue it in. Stay inside the lines, of course. Alright, now we have a big pocket. That's step 1. Alright. Okay, big pocket ready. Alright, now these are going to be, well, we still don't have a closure needed, but of course we're gonna do something more on here, and that is actually where I want to bring back in this. And even this, it's not a problem for me. I'm just gonna watch where I want this. See, this fits actually perfect, so it's where I like, so I can adjust this wherever I want still. So what we're gonna make, a few flippity flops with these ones that fits on this. Alright, so grab another piece of paper and can we make, no, we're just gonna make it this way. Alright, so just put this on with a little edge all the way around and just make a little mark and a little mark on here. Alright, now first I'm gonna cut this piece right here. There we go. Check, check, check. Yep, all the way around. And now I can fold this on the mark. And cut this shorter. There we go. Testing it out. Yep, that fits nice. Now I have to make another one. Not have to, but it would be nice if I'm gonna make another one. Go, fold it. Just put this on and make a mark so we can cut this at the right size. Alright. Here we go. 2 pieces, exactly the same. Always checking it out. I must say there is a little difference which I don't like. There we go. This fits perfect. And this fits perfect. Okay, cool. Now what in the world we are going to do with those? Because this is larger. Yes, I know it's larger. But I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Alright. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab another piece of paper, and I always check my leftover pieces first. Now, I am gonna glue down this on a regular piece of paper so it nicely fits. There we go. I'm just gonna glue it a little above so I can cut it out so it will fit perfect. And now the other one, I'm just gonna put my hinge under here, like that, and then just not push this too tight, just a little, so you can see that there is a little opening right here. Alright. Glue it on. Okay, so again, the hinge under here, and that's how we are. Make sure that, and just loose, guys, not too tight. There is a little gap here that I want to see. Alright, here we go. Open it up. Oh my gosh. Yep. Just make sure that it's under. Oh my gosh. Terrible. I am just terrible. I am. Just gonna do it one more time. Now, under. Alright. I'm just gonna do it once more. Under. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm terrible today. I don't know what happened today. This is straight. Yes. Alright, back in track. Open this up. Yes, that is what I want. Because now this fits under here and then this will be the top. Oh yes. Alright. Now I can cut nicely along the sides. There we go. And on this side. And then the bottom. Just a little. Oh my goodness. Yep. Okay. I'm here. Still can choose for this on the outside. It's totally not a problem which side I want. Alright. Now this is ready. And maybe I even go for this. Maybe can turn it around. Just gonna choose the nicest part because this is my glue part, so I'm just gonna choose this one. That's the beauty of making this first on a piece of paper. Alright, now this is the pocket, this is the end of the papers. Maybe I just need to put something in here so you will see it better. Alright, so now this one I like just on top of this. Don't worry if this is pointing out. That is no problem at all for me. Flip open, yep. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flip this over for just a second so I know how far my glue needs to go, okay? Now I'm just gonna apply my glue all the way around. I'm just thinking about one little thing. Yeah, we are just gonna do that. I was just thinking maybe a little extra tuck spot, but now I think it's better to just glue it all down. I think it's sturdier. Okay, glue it on. If you like to measure, then please measure, but I'm just gonna eyeball the middle. I think that's pretty much the middle. Lift it up so I see that it's nicely all the way down. And I'm gonna move this open and burnish it down. Here we go. Yep, and then this is going to be on the outside. Super nice. Cool, 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 cool. Now, of course, you know me. I like having a little pocket. Just grab a leftover piece. We all know, I think by now, how we make pockets. I always like to make first a fold line. Then I'm gonna stay away from the fold line right here. Same on this side. Stay away at least 1 millimeter. Please stay away. 1 millimeter away or 2 even, that's better, but alright. Can make this shorter, but I don't think it's necessarily. Alright, so here we have a little pocket. Maybe it's too deep, but I can adjust that very easily. How deep? Well, I think a 2 inch is more than enough, so I'm going to cut this at 2. And for this one I really like to have a notch again, so I'm just going to wait till I have my design paper ready. But this is going to be on the inside. Alright, then this closes all down. Now it's time. So I'm going to leave this not gluing down just yet. I can, but not necessarily need it. Now I know that I'm going to use this, and before I'm going to add these on, I'm going to decorate these. It's easier when they are not on this, but the meaning is that these are going to be right here. So I'm going to search for design paper that fits with this one. Yep, and then I come back to you. Yep. Alright guys, for those who like to see me decorate, then stay tuned, and if you don't, skip this part. Alright, so I'm gonna put on my reading glasses. Yep, I am that far. Yesterday I picked up my new ones for the next 2 years, so yep, I am using them while crafting. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this plain one. First, I am gonna cut this direction. So this fits on both of them. Yep. I'm gonna split this in half. Why that is because I am gonna use this. Wait just a second. Yep. Yeah. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I am gonna set this down and I'm gonna redraw it, cut it out. Here we go. And then see if it's nice fitting. I hope it does. Terrible seeing. Just picking another one out. Alright, this looks nice. Yep, it does. And then this on the other side. Yep, look nice, and I always can adjust it just a little bit if I want. Alright, smooth the edges and glue it on. And actually we need the other side too. I'm just gonna see which one that I want to do with that. Leftover pieces, the best thing to use for these small things. Go. Here we go. Easy peasy. Now if I see here, because this I did cut separately, so you never get the same cut every single time. But this one I just can recut this a little. What you also can do, by the way, is just cut it first in design paper and then use your how you call that? Your, how you call that now? Oh my gosh. You can use your design paper and redraw your tag. That's the word. Here we go. Yes, okay. That's for that. For now, do we like a no, maybe I'm gonna use that on the back. I'm not gonna, or is it nice? Well, we do have plenty. What I did here is I cut all these out, maybe one at the top and one at the bottom. I don't know if that's nice. And I put it on a chipboard piece. Let's check it out. Oh, that actually is way better. Alright, cool. So just use it, use what you want, choose what you want. Here we go. I'm just going to apply this over that little hole. Just add this. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm quiet. Yeah, I always am quiet when I am doing things that need my attention. Alright. There we go. Do the same thing on the other side, and I'll be back to you in a second. Alright guys, I did a little bit further, otherwise these videos are way too long. Alright, so I decorate the rest with the leftover pieces of this one, and I use this blue strip. And then the back, I just use my leftover pieces that was in front of me, just using these, and same on this one. Now I can use, and maybe I will, because this is a little bit boring, maybe it's a good idea to just use a strip on here, just because it can. Makes it nicer, isn't it? Alright, so that's the thing that I just gonna do without, just together with you. Let's do this together. Alright, so I'm gonna apply this one. In the meantime, maybe you are already ready with some decorations, but so always use your leftover pieces first before you cut any big pages. I can't tell you that enough. It's just almost a way of crafting these days. Just use it. Use your scraps. Use it first. There we go. Now, after this, we're gonna apply it, but there we go. Put this back on the plate. It's so easy to find anything back. Alright guys, so now I'm just gonna fold this till the 1/2 inch. And I'm just gonna watch where I want this. I think this is the nice spot, so it covers up the thinking of you. So that would be nice. So it appeals when you open it up. Alright, so just gonna apply it nice on the edge. There we go, and then the other one, of course, on the other hand. Oh my gosh! Ah, God bless me. Oh my goodness. And here we go. Try to even this the best you can. And here we go. Yes, alright. So that is done. Now I'm gonna apply paper on this piece. So maybe if I cut the long way, I only have to cut one side. So let's check it out. If I can use it. Yep. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the long way. I can cut 2 pieces. And this one. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Always save your little pieces. Alright, glue this on. Now for the inside, I was struggling because, yeah, for the backgrounds or for the places that you definitely maybe gonna add a picture, I am just, yeah, I'm always like to be careful using papers. You always can go back, but if you are at the end and your papers are out, then you can't go back. So what I do is I leave the places that maybe it can be covered with just a white piece for adding a picture frame on it, or adding another cardstock color, a plain one. Then I will definitely recommend that you leave that spot out for now, and always you can come back when you have papers, design papers left. So that's what I'm gonna do also. I did that with the first insert too. Leave some places open. Alright, now the next thing what I did was I used this for making that tag with that notch, and this one, so I just cut a full piece off, and then the rest I cut off because it's the same size for this one. Now here you want to add a picture, so maybe it's enough to add a thin piece of white, or even maybe not, put nothing on here. And the background for this one, I always also like to wait. I was searching for a colored cardstock that I still have somewhere in my stash, and I found this blue, and actually it does fit, but I think it's too colorful at the end. And then I also wanted to check how it will look with just a brown one, and that really settles it down way better. But I'm not going to apply it, but it's just an idea on what I could do at the end when I am running out of papers. Then I can go back and use them for backgrounds, or when you have picture spots. Alright, so that is for now, and we need a string. I did clean up a little bit. When did I leave all my strings? Where did I put them? Not too far away. Oh, here below. Which color? I also can use this one. This I always have nearby. Just a simple cotton, I just think. Alright. So once you have a start, it will be easier. Make it a little longer, guys. Alright, so just make a simple knot. Here we go. Cutting that off. Lift this a little bit so it's easier to work with, and once you add your thread around it, it will be getting better, but I always love to use this a little bit. Here we go. Here we go, and you don't have to make this too wide. Now what I like is make a little, you also can use a bead if you have, oh, I do have, oh my gosh, I do have that. I don't know why. Now I'm gonna leave it open because I do have something to put down here. So I'm gonna leave it this long because I do have something. Yes, I'm gonna find it after my lunch break. Alright, now I only have to find a nice piece of paper for the pocket, the big pocket background, and I think I will go for this one. Just a simple one. You can go in a little bit and then just cut this at the right size. Yeah, 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 yeah. Always saving the little pieces. Smudge the edges, and whatever you want to make inside this pocket, or you don't have to exactly already put something in, but you can, of course. It's always nicer to put something in, especially for me, so I can show you. Alright, wait just a second. This is tight. Tight, 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 tight. Did I cut it too tight? Yep, this fits better. This fits way better. What is falling down? Oh. Oh my goodness. Ah, yeah, that is working. I do have my phone on the charger, but it's not in the power. Alright, now it is. Oh my goodness. Alright, cool. Put this away. Yes, here we can go. Otherwise I don't have any battery for now. Okay, cool. Alright, so I'm gonna leave this for now. Also. And yep. What do you like on here? I'm gonna leave it for some photo places, for photo mats that you can do, or you can add a nice booklet inside with some journaling pages. Oh, I also love to do that, some journaling pages. But I want to make this a little larger, of course. Let's say a 5.5 by, oh, we also can make it a square one, 5.5 by 5.5, or a little larger. Let me first make it 5.5 by 5.5. Alright, so cool. Let's see how. I need to open this up. It's always nicer, otherwise I can't see a thing. So it's a 5.5 by 11, because 5.5 and 5.5 is, of course, 11. And then I'm gonna score 5.5, and then I have a nice, oh, I even can make it a little, yep, now it's perfect. Alright, so here we have 5.5, 5.5. I'm just checking if it's nice and straight. Yep, it is. So you can add a nice booklet, same as actually we did on the other one. So this we can place on the back of this pocket. We can decorate this, which I am going to do, of course, now. And then you just can peel this off. And I did already some white, but we need to decorate that. And on the inside we made that pocket. Do you remember on the first one? You don't have to, but if you like, then you can make a nice pocket here too, which I like, of course. Then just grab a leftover piece. I see right here that I have a leftover piece. Then make it yourself easy. Score 1/2 inch. Put this on your left corner, or the other way around, of course, totally up to you. And then score another fold line. Here we go. Easy peasy. Yep. Simple pocket is ready for adding extra pictures. And which paper do you like? Maybe this one. Alright. Make a mark. mark here, and then of course Well, I still can decide. I did not measure this, how wide this was. See, I do like it at 2.5. That's, I think we did that with the other one too. So now I can place a little mark. Nice edge all the way around. Here we go. Leave all the little bits in little biscuits. And if you want to make a notch, then this would be the perfect time. Move it all up, move it under, eyeball the middle, and just punch. Yay! I love that one. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And glue it on, and glue it on, yes! There we go. And then the pocket. And again, the background, I just leave it for now. Leave it for now. Don't forget the bottom, otherwise you don't have a pocket. You don't have a pocket otherwise. Yes, okay, cool. Actually, we should not have to be worrying if we have enough papers, but that's always the case, even now with the 48 papers. And maybe we do have plenty, but I don't know just yet. So I'm just playing safe. And sometimes I do get questions on if you cut papers wrong and don't have enough, if I have more to send. I don't always have that. So even stores are not always having enough. So I think that's the best tip for today, just leaving your backgrounds. Save your papers to the last. And if you are having short, then just use plain colors. Brown or a plain solid color, cardstock that you can buy everywhere. Just save it for later. Yeah. Alright. So far so good, and now I will go to this one, and then this one is done for now. Cool. Alright guys, I'm working on my booklet, and just to show you that these are not just full pieces of cutouts. So first I cut the 4 strips, and now I'm just gonna do the same thing, but then a 1/4 piece. So first one up and down, and then on the sides same method. There we go, that's one. Otherwise you may think that I cut full pieces, and then at the end you will say I don't have the same amount of papers left as you do. Well, then maybe this is the reason why. Just maybe. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to use my papers. Yes, see how cool that is. It's actually, it is easy, but it looks so nice. Make sure everything is nice glued down, and then look at that, super cute, isn't it? Yeah. Now, what shall we do on the inside? Ooh. This one or a lighter one is actually nicer. What do you say? Ooh, this one is also nice. Nope. Nope. I think I go for this one. Do I have a smaller piece? Nope. Or, no, I'm just gonna go for this one. Stay with my first decision. Here we go. Make sure that is the correct size. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Just checking it first. Oh, magnificent. Yeah. Smooths the edges. And if you like, you can decorate it already, but I'm gonna wait till I know how much and everything. So yep, I am gonna wait for that. Curious what the next what the next insert page would be. I have no clue so far. Okay guys, but this looks stunning. I love it. I think I'll leave it for now, but you always can add a few pages for a little journal, because I don't know if there is the place for it, but I think it would be. But it looks stunning, doesn't it? I would like it. I think we do have the place for it, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna grab a few, not too much, just a few, maybe 3 pages, so then you will have 6 pages, so that would be nice. Alright, so easy peasy, make a journal, always nice. There we go. Can't make it any easier than this. It's that easy. Yes, it is. Here we go. Put it in. Whatever use you want. You can use a thread or a staple thing. For this one, I'll just go for the needle and thread. Love it. Alright, now I need to go down to my thread. That's way down here. Gosh, that is not a good storage place. It's not. Way, let me put it a little higher. Alright, just grab a needle. If you have some, I bet you have some. Which one? Take this one. We'll do. Here we go. Pretty simple, of course. You can do it. Just start. Stay in the middle. Let's go back. You even can use more holes if you like. Alright, now I have punched all my holes. I go back to this one. Then I go to this one. And then I go under this one. Wait just a second. Wait. Somehow this thread does not go under. Oh, my stomach is growling to me. It's almost time to get me some lunch. Here we go. Make a few knots. Make it not too thick. Here we go. Clamps are ready. And there you have it. It's that simple. Yes, it is. It is that simple. It is. Can't make it any difficulter than that. Here you have your little booklet. Just a few pages. You can stamp in here to make it nicer. But for now, easy peasy. Yep. Okay, so that's done for now. But not really done, of course, but for now it's done. Okay, you can save your little pieces, maybe to make a little small booklet, something. Alright, I hope you like this crazy video and see you next one.